The 2006 casts are brought to you by ASAP Performance, Sports Academy South Inc., Next Level Athlete Training, Lineage of Champions, and Internet Auto Outlet Company.
CSRA All-Star game here from Evans High School. I'm John Morgan along with Sylvester Williams here on SUVtv. And Sylvester, we just saw A.J. Brown from Grovetown High, a powerful underclassman, get the first score of this ball game only 20 seconds into it.
Young man shows he's a sophomore and made the all-region team. That's kind of rare, but when you're that young and you make that all-region team, it lets you know that you're pretty good. He showed some of those skills on that run.
Yes, he did. And Brendan Gribick from Lakeside makes the extra point, and already in 7-0 favor of the national team right here on the SUV.tv. This is the first of 3 games. We got the Underclassmen, we got the Junior Bowl, and then the Senior Bowl, wrapping up an exciting day of All-Star High School football here from the CSRA, the Central Savannah River Authority here. Again, I'm John Morgan with Sylvester Williams. And Sylvester, here in this underclassmen game, we were talking a little bit off air about how you might see a little sloppy play as these teams are not really used to one another in this kind of situation.
You know, it's funny. You have kids who've been playing against each other all year. They've learned to despise and hate each other all during the year, but during 1 week, they have to come together and form a team. So it gets kind of sloppy. These first couple of minutes of the game, we started off the opening kickoff with about a 40-yard kickoff return with a nice move, and then you had a fumble. They fumbled it about 20 yards forward. And then they managed to recover in great field position. That kind of explains the All-Star game, John. You're either going to it's either going to be super high scoring in the first quarter, or it's going to be no points at all.
Well, we've got a nice day for it. The overhead clouds and haze have dissipated. We should have temperatures in the 60s before all is said and done. Here's Brendan Grebeck. He's going to kick it off to the back for the American team. This could be a strong run for the Americans. This looks like Malik Evans, number 1 from Warren County. He'll bring it up to the 40, and that's where the American squad will operate, trying to equal what the Nationals did. 1 play, 1 touchdown, although it was about a 20-yard run for A.J. Brown. And Sylvester, the Americans have got a pretty good player of their own, an underclassman all-region player, and you see him in the backfield, number 16, Bubba Murray, running back out of Thompson.
Gotta like a guy named Bubba. You don't have too many Bubbas anymore, so you gotta love a kid named Bubba. I'm really interested to see what this young man does.
And it looks like he took it out of the shotgun, and instead he's going to hand it off. It looks like it might be Jason Deli, number 8. He'll pick up 5 to the 45.
You know, and that's what a lot of these kids are doing. They're running that spread offense, simple handoff, right off the tackle to that running back, kind of the new version of the old student body right, student body left.
Yeah, it does look like Murray under center. Now he'll hand it off to Malik Evans from Warren County. Actually, I think that was a trap play. Kept it himself on the fake, cross midfield to the 45. That'll be a first down.
Bubba Murray's going to do a little bit of it all. They have him listed at running back on our sheet, but he's lined up every play at quarterback so far.
Looks like it. That was Liddell Mosher, number 5, wide receiver out of Glen Hills.
That is enough for a first down.
So first down, and again, both teams moving the ball steadily through the field. They'll overload the far side, 2 up there, and jumping left side is number 72, Michael Lawson from Jefferson County, and he'll get 5 yards, put the ball to the 40.
Now, during the pregame, we were talking, John, and I said, who's number 72? That's a whole lot of man down there.
Well, that's Michael Lawson, who jogs on off the field again. They put stacked on the left side, and an offset hand off to Malik Evans. He'll go to that far side and get room to the 30, and bringing him down at about the 25. I see number 27, Devin Golat from Lakeside, and on the stop.
That'll be enough to move the chain.
One thing that I like what the American team is doing, they are running straight at the National League team. The National League, they're playing that 3-3-5 defense, and I really, really, really despise the 3-3-5 defense. And the American team is just running straight at it.
Well, wide out split left and right, and Evans will just go north-south. and get to the 25, which is about where he started. He might pick up a yard on forward progress. 9:44 remaining in the first, 7-0. Americans trying to answer the national one-play drive. And I'll bring up a 2nd down and 10 from that 25. Splitting out to the far side is Jason Deli. Again, the wide receiver out of Evans. This is home turf. Now Murray's going to roll. He's going to roll. He wants to fire now. He'll tuck it and run to the 20. And he lost the football. And that will be a national turnover. Number 62, Bryce Atchison from Greenbrier. He's the one who recovered it.
That's one of those things, John. He's running out there like he has a loaf of bread, carrying that thing all delicately and gently. You got to tuck that thing up under your arm. Once you realize you're getting outside of the pocket and you're about to run with it, that's why they say tuck it and run.
So after the turnover, it'll go back to the Nationals. 9:10 on the clock here in the opening frame. Just underway. Again, we're going to have 3 games for you today here on the network. This Junior Bowl will come up after this one, and we'll wrap it all up with the Senior Bowl here for the Augusta area high schools. Now, your quarterback for the Nationals is Andrew Green, I believe. No, I'm sorry, that's number 44, Justin Meddings from Greenbrier. And Meddings hands off and gets to the 10-yard line. I think losing 2.
And that's another thing about the All-Star games is the numbers. How often do you see a number 44 at quarterback?
Exactly. Kind of a little bit disconcerting. He's joined in the backfield by Jonquavius Brown from Greenbrier, who had that touchdown earlier in the contest. And they're going to go back. Now they fake, and now it's a bootleg for number 44, Meddings. And he'll get the first down coming to the near side up to the 24.
One thing that kind of popped him open for that first down was Michael Santos out of Grovetown High School. They have him listed as a special teamer, but he was out here playing receiver, and he was blocking and holding down his corner over there on at his receiver position. Good block to free your quarterback.
So they got Brown and Meddings in the backfield. Those two play with each other at Greenbrier. And if you're looking at Greenbrier, you have an underclassman starting running back and a quarterback. So a good foundation.
Oh, the reverse.
Yeah, a little reverse action to Clydell White III. And he's going to get past the 35 to the 38. That's a first down for the listed as an athlete from Richmond Academy.
A little bit of nifty play calling right there. And that's one thing about and I keep saying, it seems like I'm a broken record. I keep saying that's one thing. But All-Star games, every now and then you throw in a little bit of trickery, and that kind of throws everything off. It could be a huge play or it could be a huge mistake in an All-Star game, but that was a great play.
Coaches for the American is Sam Lilly, and Simon Rodriguez coaches the National. 1st and 10 from the 38. High snap to Meddings, but he brings it down and gets it to Brown. Brown, that's what he can do for you, out of the 44. So he comes to the near side.
I really like Brown. He has a nice nose for kind of getting to that outside, getting to the wing and trying to turn upfield. On that I like him, nifty footwork type guy.
It'll be a 2nd down and about 4. Ball at the 43. 7:40 on the clock here in the first quarter. 7-0. Nationals look for more. High snap, but he's able to bring it in. And there's Brown to the opposite side, past the 50 to the 45, and goes out of bounds. And a hard, late hit. That's going to be assessed, I believe. Well, that was a hard hit, and he brought him down out of bounds.
I think it might have been Ronald Coleman.
Personal foul against the American team. Tackle 15 yards at the end of the run. Yeah. First down.
So looks like it could have been number 4.
Well, that's who it is, the defensive back from Hebzibah. So the 15 yards get tacked on, puts it at the 25, and the Nationals are in business. Greenbrier was 6-4 last year. That season, the Wolfpack 1-4 in the region. Timeout on the field with 7:33 to go. So Greenbrier, again, pretty good season last year, 6-4, but again, 1-4 in their particular region. So they're going to need these two players, Meddings and Jonquavius Brown, to really develop. And if you got a solid backfield, a solid start, they may actually do some damage here in the Augusta area next season.
You know, that's one of the great things, man, having such young players, and then when they get this extra exposure, that's one thing I like about these high school games. These high school all-star games, it's at least one more week of playing time to kind of fine-tune your skills a little bit, you know, get to play out in front of that crowd one last time, and it can only make you better.
Even if it is at 11 o'clock in the morning. Drove in from Atlanta, got here about an hour ago, so it's going to be about 1st and 10 at the 25, ball on the far hash as the Nationals are moving right to left across your computer screen. Medding's shotgun, and that's another high snap, about the 4th or 5th of those. And that kind of breaks the play up. He's only going to maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and he's going to lose one.
And, you know, that makes me wonder, you know, even though you have your starting center here, he's had, like you said, about 4 high snaps. So it makes me wonder what type of offense does he play at his school. Is he used to having a quarterback under center, or maybe he's used to a taller quarterback?
I believe, let's see who that center is. I think that's number 75, which would be Tajian Graham from Grovetown. Meddings has got time, throws a sideline route, and incomplete, too high for his intended target. Looking for Panzella. Another one of his plays. Oh, Dalton Cobb, 63? Okay. Datron Cobb.
Mr. Cobb is our center here.
All right, thank you.
So, but you know what I think? You know, he's an all-star. Let's face it, he's an all-star. So he will right the ship sooner or later. He will right the ship. I have no qualms and no worries about that.
Well, Michael Lawson is on on the line, and we got a late flag, so encroachment, I believe, and it's going to back him up 5 yards. Moves it back to the 30. It'll be 3rd down and 15 with 6:54 to go here in the opening frame. Jogging off is Drew Wall. A lot of skilled players from Greenbrier here today.
The referee was about to throw the flag, that same flag. It was legal substitution.
Wow, busting up the play, Tobias Jones out of Thompson. Wrapped up the running back. A.J. Brown from Grovetown. It's going to be 4th and long.
The referee kind of put a flag back in the holster. What's happening when they're breaking the huddle? They're breaking the huddle with 12 men, and they're running one of those guys off the field, and that's illegal in high school. Matter of fact, it might be illegal at all age levels. And so the referee said, okay, it's an all-star game. Let me put my flag back in my pocket. But I think the national team would have rather take the penalty on that one.
That's what they do here. You saw 47 run off, Xavion Green from Josie. And a timeout's going to get called with 6:04 remaining in the first quarter.
Yes. Yeah, I think, John, you know, with these all-star games is, like I said, the first half is usually very interesting, the first half. But once they start to get everybody starts to settle in, you kind of makes you wish they play a 6-quarter game, you know.
That's for sure. I want to thank everyone for joining us here on the SUVtv. John Morgan, Sylvester Williams here. We got 3 games for you here today. And a reminder, go to www.internetauto.outlet.com and sign up for their holiday giveaway. Simply submit your email address on our blog page and enter for a chance to win a $300 Visa gift card. So back to the punting situation for Griebeck, the specialist from Lakeside. He's got 2 men deep for the Americans. That's going to be Ronald Coleman on the far side and Torrey Taylor on the near, but it was a fake.
National team fake.
And they're not going to get much. Again, it was about 4th and about 15 to 20. It's just a matter of getting good field position.
Exactly. You know, what he really had to lose, if he punts it, you run the risk of him punting in the end zone and bringing it out to the 20. You run the risk of, you know, it's been an all-star game. You got an all-star back there returning it, you know.
Exactly.
So might as well run the fake.
So we'll get another look at Bubba Murray, who ran the offense pretty well his first time. The all-region player from Thompson. And now he's in an empty backfield with three up top and 2 at the bottom. Splitting a man in motion, Malik Evans. They give it to Malik on the jet sweep, coming to the near side. The far side. Throws a nice block on Emmanuel Rowe, and will get maybe 4. Crosses the
Number
35 to about 36, 37.
One of the tacklers in for the national team.
One thing I want to do, John, I want to
Yeah,
kind of heap a little bit of praise on the landscaping crew here at Evans High School. The field's in great shape considering this is, the second or third week in December.
It is. It looks real nice. They do a good job. See a lot of people here for this first game. A lot of people crowding the visiting stands, even though there really is no such thing as a home and away stands. It's second down and medium. Malik Evans crosses to the 45. That's a first down. So once again, the Americans, Sylvester, they are moving the ball very well with a run-oriented offense.
Yeah. And I like Malik Evans. He seems to be a nice workhorse, just pounding away on the inside. That little quick handoff. Matter of fact, it's just kind of mono versus mono, big versus big. They're not pulling. It doesn't look like the American squad is pulling anybody or trapping any players. They're just straight up blocking.
Murray and Evans in the backfield. Well, the snaps are a lot better. There's the fake, and it's going to be Murray. Passes midfield into the opposite side, gets about 5 yards to the 49.
Number 16.
And just my luck, as soon as I say they aren't pulling anyone, they come back and run a counter with the quarterback and pull the guard and the tackle.
Midfield, bring up second and 5.
Again, both teams running the spread, putting their quarterback in shotgun. Ball just on the other side of midfield. Looks like Kyle Frazier from Glen Hill's the center, and his snaps have been pretty perfect. And what a lot of room for Evans. That would have been a touchdown if he hadn't slipped.
Oh, that grass must have jumped up and got him, John.
He tried to cut and go around Dedrick Holmes, and Holmes will have the easiest tackle that he's ever had. Ball at the 38. Holmes from Laney. A lot of players playing both ways here. I know Lawson's from the Nationals playing on the line in both the offense and the defense. Now that offset eye, we've seen that a couple of times.
New quarterback in.
Yeah, that's number 10, J.P. Lambert from Aquinas. And that's going to go to the 25 for Malik Evans, who's gotten a majority of the carries here.
New quarterback, same old running back.
Exactly. He's got Malik Evans and Jason Deli, who has been seen sometimes as a wideout. Now he's in the backfield, although now they'll bring him out and bring in Trez Kelly from Lincoln and move Deli to the far side. They'll split. I believe that's Jackson. No, that's number 5, Mosher on the near side. Another fumble. It would be the second one deep in the territory if it is a turnover, but I don't think it is. I think Kelly was able to get on it.
But I tell you one thing about this American team, these backs are lowering their shoulders. The backs are kind of bringing the pain out here.
Ball now at the 14. This is where they got into trouble last time down the field. Also now in the backfield is Demekus Taylor out of Thompson, number 30. And there's the ball on the turf, but it took a nice bounce. Lambert trying to make something out of nothing, and he'll cross the 10 to the 8.
There you go. That's a heady play by the quarterback. Ball's on the ground, you pick it up and just get whatever you can get. And he managed to turn a bad play into about a 3-yard gain.
He did make a good play on that. Again, he got lucky with the bounce. It just bounced right up into his breadbasket.
They tell me I'd rather be lucky than good.
Well, Lambert definitely subscribes to that. So the ball now at the 9. It's on the right hash. And the center's Kyle Frazier, 68. Murray's back in. He fakes to Evans, sees a nice lane, and will get to the 2. Said they were pulling. Well, they're creating good holes, good lanes
of the goal line
on that side.
And nice running lanes, but that's one of my pet peeves though. They're running that 3-3-5 defense. And what that 3-3-5 defense for me it does, it creates a lot of unnatural holes.
Trying to get set in the backfield. Now it's going to be Evans on that far side, and he's in.
Oh, yeah. I don't think anybody in the stadium was going to stop that young man the way he's been running. It's hard pressed to try to stop that young man.
So Malik Evans makes it 7-6 with 2:19 to go here in the opening period. He answers the score by Brown back in the first 20 seconds of this one. And trying to get the extra point is Jackson Atkins.
Atkins on
special teamer out of Evans.
The left-footed kicker.
I don't see too many of these. Kick is up. And it's through.
And the kick is good.
So we're tied at 7 here with 2:19 to go here in the opening period. The Underclassman All-Star game for the CSRA All-Star Week here at SUVtv. Well, after the equalizing touchdown, we're tied at 7, 2:19 to go here in the opening period. John Morgul, Sylvester Williams, thank you for riding along with us here on the SUVtv. We'll be here all afternoon from Evans High School. So if you're in the Augusta area, want to see some good high school and football, the stars of tomorrow, this is the place to be. Nice kick to about the 15. And going past to the 30 to the 33 is Clydell White III out of Richmond Academy.
Was thrown down rudely on the play.
So that's where.
A little bit of.
Looks like we've got a little bit of extracurriculars.
Everybody just wanted to introduce themselves. You know, they didn't do a pregame handshake, so they wanted to just introduce themselves, let everybody know who's who. That's all.
Well, the officials are going to not tolerate any of that activity. So they get everyone separated.
Young men have a little bit of fire in them, you know.
Now, that's something you want to see, but you got to be careful on that.
You got to be careful. Yeah, and they're going to mark it against the American team. I guess
they got caught. You know the old saying, they don't catch the first one, but they'll catch the retaliation.
Yes, sir.
So I'm not sure if it's true in this occasion, but it'll put it at the 48 with 2:12 left here in the opening frame. Tied at 7. This will be the third drive for the Nationals. And trying to come to that near side is number 22, A.J. Brown.
That's number 22, Brown, on the left ear.
No relation to John Cuevas Brown. He'll cross the midfield stripe and get it to the 47.
Cameron Bryson came up out of his safety position, looks like, to make that tackle.
So it'll be second down and maybe 4 or 5. New quarterback. It looks like it's number 14. Let's see. No, that should still be 44 Meddings. You were talking about that strange number situation that they had. No, that is
14.
That is a 1, which would make him Andrew Green, but he's listed as defensive end out of Josie. That's why I was a little hesitant to make that call, but that is 14. Timeout on the field with $1:33, and we got something going on downfield with Danielle.
It's turning out to be a beautiful day out here at Evans High School as the underclassmen game just got underway. It's 1:33 left in the first quarter, and both teams seem to be warming up. The national teams got out to a huge start as they was able to get a touchdown early on in the game, but the American team responded. Now the game is tied up 7-7. I send it back to you guys.
All right, thank you very much, Danielle. Be interested to hear your reports from down the sideline throughout the afternoon. It's going to be second down and 5 at the 47-yard line. There's that high snap again, and that's a blistering tackle. And that's still a live football. I mean, you got to credit number 80, Alex Pratt out of Harlem, for busting that play up. It was a live football. White had the presence of mind to grab it. It won't be a turnover, but it'll be a loss of about 15 back to the 40.
Alex Pratt will get that big defensive end favorite. He'll get the sack. He'll get the sack and the fumble. That's what you like out of your defensive ends. That's one of our most favorite stats ever.
So that pushes the ball back to the other side of the field at the 40 with we're under a minute to go, 56 seconds here in the opening frame. Obvious passing situation for number 14, but he'll keep it on the ground. One of those big.
Lockhart was down there and smack in the middle of it. You had one defensive end on one side make a play, and then you had the defensive end on the other side make a play.
Kicking situation. Again, two people deep. High snap. Grubik is able to get it. Remember, they faked last time, but he's going to really punt this time. Had a lot of room to work with, taking a national bounce, and the ball will be escorted past the 20 and come to a stop at the 18. And just like that, the first quarter is over.
And you know, John, I just thought about that. They faked the last time, but in All-Star games, they don't allow you to try to go and block the punt. So, you know, I'm kind of confused on how do they get to do the fake. You shouldn't be allowed to fake either.
No. Does kind of seem to be an edge to the kicking team. Anyway, we're done with the first frame. It's 7-all. We'll have the second in a moment right here on SUVtv's coverage of the CSRA All-Star Game Week.
The 2016 CSRA All-Star Bowl Week broadcasts are brought to you by ASAP Performance, Sports Academy South Inc., Next Level Athlete Training, Lineage of Champions, and Internet Auto Outlet Company.
Second quarter about ready to start. Teams flip-flop, and it will be the Americans taking over at their own 17-yard line. Bubba Murray back as quarterback. Malik Evans right next to him. Two to the near side, one up top. Nice snap, and Murray's going to roll. He's going to wind up. He's going to throw deep. He's going to overthrow everybody, and he connects with Devin Golat. And Golat tiptoes down that sideline, and he's knocked out at the 15.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure if that was a bad pass or a miscommunication, because it seems like the receiver was running a post route and the quarterback threw a flag route.
He threw it deep as far as he could throw it, but he outthrew everybody, outthrew his receiver, and an easy interception for Golat. And it puts the Nationals in business at the American 15-yard line.
And now I think we'll see a heavy dose of Evans.
Trying to run off the field is Dedrick Holmes.
Yep, there's that flag.
Yep.
Illegal substitution.
Illegal substitution on the
Trying to
national team. That'll be a
confuse
5-yard
the
penalty
defense a little bit by saying, who is going to come out? Who do you have to cover?
for the national team.
So let's see who is in the backfield, and we'll get the quarterback. I don't see Green. I don't see Meddings. Looks like it's going to be Troy Tremble, number 39, the quarterback from Richmond Academy. So we'll be Tremble, and he'll hand off. To the near side comes Xavion Green. They string it out, and Green brought down at the 21.
Way to come up and make the tackle, young man. Looks like that was Torrey Taylor. DB out of Thompson High School, cornerback, dropped off in the coverage and then came back up and made the strong tackle at the line of scrimmage. For a loss, I think.
Yeah, I think they lose one back to the 21.
15.
So it's second down and 15 to go. Tremble races back into the huddle. Team spread out. Going up to the left side is Drew Wall out of Greenbrier, number 38. At the bottom is 19, Jarvis Washington out of Laney. In the backfield is 17. He's going to drive, now throw in the middle. That one was almost picked off. First person who almost got a hand on it was Dylan Hobbs out of Thompson. And I believe Torrey Taylor was almost there as well.
I think that was a great job of team defense by the red team, by the American team. You know, they had pressure on the quarterback, pressure up front. The DBs did a great job in coverage, so I think that's a great job of team defense right there.
Well, ball at the 21. Both teams trying to throw it. Neither one very successful. Okay. And time called again by the national team.
Called.
They're facing a third and long, 3rd and 16 from that 21. Okay. Well, we just got word that on the Americans, Malik Evans and Bubba Murray basically switched numbers. So Evans is now 16 and Murray is now 1. So it was Murray then who had that touchdown back in the first quarter. So that's another thing with these all-star games. You hope the numbers that are provided to you are right, but sometimes they do they make some changes. So we're just basically going off what we have here, and if they are incorrect, I apologize to our viewers, and we just hope that we can get the correct in any instances. Now on 3rd down, this is the A.J. Brown to the 15, and A.J. Brown is an all-region player, but he looks, to me, Sylvester, he looks a little undersized, but he's very quick.
Yeah, you can tell by that little burst of speed. He's a fast guy, but, you know, to be an all-region guy at 10th grade, 10th or 9th grade, he's a small one. But the great thing about these guys, they're 14, maybe 15 years old. They're going to put on some weight. They'll grow a couple of inches before it's all said and done.
Well, Grebeck is going to try a 32-yard field goal. You got to watch the fake here, although it's 4th and 10.
Grebeck in the game, attempt a 31-yard field goal.
This looks like they're loading up the line. Jogging in is Raja Moss from Laney.
He's got no pressure, so he does have pressure.
And it's blocked. Oh, that's a great play. Ball goes to the up back, swinging in. That's Torrey Taylor. Torrey Taylor just came in untouched and made that block with 9:51 to go until intermission.
And he came off that wing, and he was just wide open. He laid out, boom, got the block.
So Taylor doing an excellent job these last couple of minutes. He had that tackle a little earlier, almost got the interception.
At the 22-yard line.
Taylor stepping up, making a name for himself. Wants to be the defensive player of the game. That's what he looks like he wants to do down there.
So going back to the offense, this is Lambert, and he'll hand off to Kelly. Kelly to the far side, stringing it out, will get 5 to about the 25-26.
22, Kelly.
They're out there laying the lumber this game. It seems like nobody's afraid to hit somebody out there.
And 7 for the American team.
I was just saying, we're hearing those shoulder pads thump.
2nd down at about 6 from the 26 here in this all-star game. Lambert will roll to the near side after the fake. Lambert is going to have to tuck it, and he's upended, whirly-birded by number 23, Isaiah Dorsey.
Lambert on the scramble.
I'm kind of surprised that the passing game hadn't clicked for either one of these teams yet, is it?
Well, they're not trying any safe routes. They're trying to force it and go deep 20, 30 yards.
Every time you might want to do a little step back wide receiver screen, a quick hitter, your 61, your little quick slant, stuff like that, so your quarterback can just get a little loose, feel good about himself.
Nice draw, and there's a lot of room.
Nice move
for Kelly, and Kelly brought down at the 48. On a little tackle by Zachary Polly from Lakeside.
He brings up that
was a great move on the inside. What I like the running back, he didn't try to string it to the outside. He followed his guard. His guard was pulling in front of him. He followed his guard, cut up behind that tackle, and then that safety came, and he took a quick step to the inside, picked up another 7-8 yards. Nice run.
First down and 10 at the 49-yard line. The Americans, they're in the red. Nationals, they're in the blue. And we're knotted up at 7. Both teams with touchdowns in that first quarter. Nationals on the first play from scrimmage. Lambert dances, does the cha-cha. Now we got to come upfield, passes midfield, and gets to the 45-44. Now that's a great presence of mind by Lambert. He was moving in the pocket. Nobody was open, so he just stayed alive until he gets something going.
But you know what? I think they were listening to me, John. I said look for a quick slant or a quick out or something like that. And they tried to run that quick slant to the left, but it was well covered by the national team. And then the quarterback had great state of mind to step up in the pocket instead of running to the outside. Stepped up in the pocket and picked up some yards.
Again, he's from Aquinas, and there's a missed handoff, missed exchange. Lambert's got to eat it.
Recovered by the American team.
And that's Isaiah Dorsey, 23 again.
2 steps forward, 3 steps back.
Yep. That's really about the first bad exchange handoff we've seen today. And we're bringing up third down and back to the original line at the 49.
Well, it was the only bad one that had bad results. Remember the first one, he dropped it and it went straight to his hands.
Yep.
And he picked up about 6 or 7 yards.
3rd and 10 from the 49. Lambert rolling to us. Now fires. And that's a great pass and a great completion and a great run by Jarvis Washington. That's a first down. That running back. Oh, I'm sorry. It's number 18, Kevon Franklin.
First down for the American team.
Now, that's a great way to pick up the first down. He ran a little curl route. He ran about a 15-yard curl and just sat there in the middle of the zone, caught it with his hands. And, he ran a little bit too much east or west for me, but he still picked up that first down.
So it's 1st and 10 at the 38. A good third down conversion for the Americans. Now split out at the bottom is number 5, Liddell Mosher. And that's going to be Bubba Murray in the backfield. And it's going to be Murray as they, that's Evans, Malik Evans. They brought him back in. And Evans will get the first down out there to the fake.
Malik Evans faked that handoff and took it straight up the middle of that little,
first down.
What do you call it, line option right there where the quarterback will keep it and just go straight down the middle. I love that play.
It's a great way to get the defense off track, and now we're halfway home here in the second. Evans and Murray, they exchange jerseys. And that's going to be the same play, same result, and a little more. Past the 20 to the 15. And that's Devin Galot, who had the interception. He'll get the tackle.
You know what? If you got a play that's working, you might as well stick to it. Get fancy and just run it the other way.
So the Americans knocking on the door. They got a score by Bubba Murray with a 2-yard rush back at the 2:14 mark of the first quarter. Trying to get their first lead in the contest. So Evans sets up, claps his hands, grabs the ball. This time he will hand off to Murray. And Murray is in for the score.
And that'll be a touchdown.
So 15-yard score for Murray, his second of the day. And the Americans take a 13-7 lead.
Murray is a punishing runner. I love the way this kid runs behind his pads, man. He lowers his shoulders. He's straight ahead. He doesn't waste a lot of time with fake juke moves. He just runs. I like that.
Now the extra point opportunity. High snap. Kick is up. And kick is through. So a good kick by Jackson Atkins. And now the Americans take the lead 14-7 over the Americans. And we'll be right back here on SUVtv.
Parties, don't throw fists, throw parties. I'm gonna lean a little closer, just so you're hearing every word that I say. It might take a little longer for you to catch the new wave.
about ready for the kickoff here. We got 5:13 on the clock, 14-7. Sylvester Williams alongside John Morgo here. They're going to try an onside kick, high bounce, and that's going to really doom that play.
Take over the
Good sliding catch on that by 54 Kyle Bryant, defensive tackle out of Grovetown.
And you know, one thing about a underclassman game like this, sometimes you have to have that field awareness. You got to have that football IQ. If you looked at the kicker before he kicked, he was only about 2 feet away from the ball. So you know something was going on.
Something was
going on. You don't know. You might not know if it's going to be an onside kick, but you know he's not kicking that one deep.
No, he's not. So this looks like Jacob Pennington, number 43, the quarterback from Grovetown, in for the Nationals. High snap, and he's got to crawl to get it. Well, the ball's still loose, and this might be the result the Americans wanted on the onside kick. No, I think Pennington got it back. Still high snaps, Sylvester, but you got to look at Pennington. He is about a couple inches smaller, shorter than either Meddings or Green.
You know, one thing that can contribute to that high snap, you have Dietrich Lyons and also Kanan Jordan. Both these guys are 300 if I've never seen 300. You got these two guys lining up right there over the center. That might make the center think a little bit.
Lyons from Glen Hills. That's a better snap from Pennington. It's second down and a lot. And he'll get it to the 30.
Short gain on the play brings a 3rd and long for the national team.
As soon as I spoke them up, because as soon as I said so, both of them were eating in the backfield.
They were.
These two large young men.
I believe that was Dietrich Holmes with the carry. And it's 3rd down. They got to get it to the 48. So this is going to be about a 3rd and maybe a little more than 20, 21, might be 20 exactly. That looks like it's at the 29. So 3rd and long. So Pennington's going to have to air it out, which is why he splits 4 wideouts out, 2 on either side. Man in motion is number 45, Jamal Benjamin. And this little screen pass to Jonquavius Brown. He slips, is able to stay upright, and is pushed out at the 33.
Well,
Number 14.
Make it a little bit easier for the punter, I guess. I guess that's what that play does. You know, that's a great job of defense by the American team of just keeping everything in front of them, not letting those receivers get deep past them, and then when that little dump off came to the outside, it just closed in, shut it down.
4th down, punting situation. So Grybeck in for this. Almost getting a hand on it. Said it'll take a nice national bounce. Running in was Jack Ojima Latham from Augusta Prep, and he almost, kind of like a soft rush from him.
I'm kind of confused about the rushing rules on this on the punt on special teams. I don't know. Maybe you can't rush from the inside. Maybe.
Or you can't rush hard because it doesn't look like he was running very hard. We got 2:44 left until intermission. 14-7. Americans with one more shot at putting points on the board before the half expires.
You know, a lot of times you would wonder, you know, a team hadn't showed much passing. But to be quite honest, the way they've been running the ball, 2 minutes and 44 seconds might be too much time.
There's that little screen pass you were talking about to Bubba Murray. And that's something to get the offense going. It's at the 23.
Murray on the reception.
You know, that's something I really like. I like getting your athletes in space. You know, get your playmakers out there in space and let them make a play.
So 2nd down at about 4. As a timeout is taken with 2:30 remaining until intermission. And let's throw it down to Danielle.
National team finds themselves down 14-7 now with 2.5 minutes left to go in the first half. After getting out to a 7-0 start, the national team now finds themselves down 14-7 with 2.5 minutes to go in the first half. after the last touchdown by the American team, players on the sideline of the national team were really trying to get their team into it. They're really trying to rally their guys to say, hey guys, let's go, let's show why we're here, and let's get back in this game because this American team isn't better than us. So we'll see if they can respond before the second half starts. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you very much, Danielle. Coming out of the timeout, 2:31 on the clock, second down and about 5. Ball on that right hash as the Americans call for it. They almost get the Nationals to jump. Now, this is going to be Evans. He's rolling. Here comes the blue rush. He winds up. He throws and into double coverage. I think Murray was incomplete. That would have been a great catch if he could hold on to it. Brandon Parks was there, number 2.
I think they called him out of bounds, so he didn't catch it in bounds. But that was did he drop it?
I'm not sure, but it was incomplete. I thought he did hold on to it, so maybe it was out of bounds. That was Xavion Green, 47, the other defensive back.
But, that was a great pass just to throw that thing down the field some. But, like you were saying earlier, it just seems like a lot of the passes, they're just sending a receiver deep. Just eat these little these little underneath routes, the little out routes, quick slants. Let your quarterback get into a groove.
Now it's third down and about 5. And a fan pointed out that the Americans have 10 men, and I think she may be correct. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I believe that is 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
5. There's the deep safety. They had a guy. They had a cornerback on the sideline blending in.
All right.
Over there on the red. He was standing right by the yard marker.
Okay, well, it was probably Bubba Murray there. Short gain there for Evans.
As I was sitting up there looking, I was like, wow, she's right. There's only 10 people out there. And right before the snap, it's like he moved a little bit. I was like, oh, okay, there you go.
Okay.
There's number 11.
Fourth down and about 7. And it's a punting situation. Here comes the special. I'm not sure if they're going to go for it or no, this looks like a punting formation. Now here comes some more people coming on the line to protect the punter.
Look at that interior of the line. It just looks like they're standing up, that defensive line. No, now they're.
That's Jeremy Gledwell, number 46 out of Harlem, to punt. Got a $1:20 remaining.
So they are halfway coming after it.
Yeah. End over end.
Oh.
And the ball will roll to the 47.
Punt will roll down at the 47-yard line.
We have a little bit of a
the national team
sloppy play, especially on that one. That wasn't the cleanest play you've ever seen.
Make sure you get your tickets for the 50-50 raffle. The winner will be announced.
So it's going to be first and 10 at the 48 with a $1:11 to go until intermission. Nationals down 14-7. Just got the go-ahead touchdown at the 5:13 mark. Murray picked up his second touchdown of the festivities. And it's at the 47 as the Nationals try to get the tie before the break. Fighting for yards. Officials will finally call it dead at the 47.
See, right there, that's a play where the running back has to have that field awareness I was talking about a little bit. He tried to fight for another yard when he could have just stepped on out of bounds to stop that.
Mikael Santos, number 16. And Panzella was there as well, number 1. Stops with 21 seconds remaining.
Had a little bit of ticky-tack contact out there on the outside. That receiver was trying to make it down the field, and I thought he might have got away with a little bit of ball in the air, pass interference on that one.
Well, the official moves it to the 47. 21 seconds remaining. This will be again, probably another heave toward the end zone, but a timeout called by the Americans with just 21 seconds remaining. And a reminder, Sports Academy South Incorporated utilizes sports fundamentals as a catalyst for life skills development, higher education, and community involvement. Train our youth to achieve the height of their capabilities to be leaders in sports as well as life, and to make a positive impact in our community and our world. Visit www.sportsacademysouth.com. One of our proud supporters here as SUVtv brings you this CSRA All-Star Game weekend festivities. 3 games. This is the Underclassmen. We're going to have the Junior All-Star Game right after this, and we'll wrap it up with the Senior All-Star Game. And Sylvester, is there anybody in the Senior All-Star game, in the Senior All-Star Game that you may be wanting to look at here today?
Well, one thing I want to see right now, I like to see these linebackers. They have a guy by the name of Sam Harris. I was really looking forward to him out of Jefferson County. He's an all-region linebacker. He'll be playing on the national team. I like to see the guys who can lay the lumber, you know.
After the timeout, Meddings dances, rolling, stop, heaving, got hit as he heaved it, and it's incomplete. Meddings is very slow to get up. In fact, he's not even getting up. The lumber was heaved by Shahan Stewart from Glen Hills.
Yes, sir. Mr. Stewart introduced himself, to say the least. He said, "Hello, how are you doing out there?"
And I think Meddings just got the wind knocked out of him. And just about everything else knocked out of him as well.
Somebody forgot to tell Stewart this is an all-star game. You're not supposed to hit that hard.
So Meddings trying to remember who he is right now after that hit.
My goodness. Young man, he took that shot. That was a shot in the chest, and that's exactly what it did to him and knocked the wind out of him. And that's, hey, I tell people all the time, that's why the quarterbacks get paid the big bucks.
So Pennington's going to come back in with the 12 seconds remaining. And this 4th down and about 5 play. So now they're going to start the clock, I think, as soon as Meddings gets off the field. There they go. Pennington steps up a little bit. Nice snap right to him. He will heave to the middle. Intercepted. Almost intercepted by Logan Edwards.
That's
the Americans taking the lead 14-7 over the Nationals as we get to halftime right here on the CSRA Underclassmen All-Star Game here from Evans High in Evans, Georgia.
The 2016 CSRA All-Star Bowl Week broadcasts are brought to you by ASAP Performance, Sports Academy South Inc., Next Level Athlete Training, Lineage of Champions, and Internet Auto Outlet Company.
Oh, we're back here on the SUVtv. Danielle, I'm sending down the sideline to Danielle Jackson. I believe you have an update on Justin Meddings.
This girl I came Next to me, probably should have watched this.
Who do you think did the best over there so far?
The one that
It was
scored.
99 cents.
I'm Danny Jackson, standing here with Malik Evans. I'm sorry, I'm standing here with Bubba Murray. They actually changed jerseys, so I'm sorry. And you scored both touchdowns for your team. So what does it mean to just come out here and get, going early and get points on the board for your team?
My offensive linemen, they're doing real good this first half. So, it just pays off me scoring both of those touchdowns.
Okay, and this is, what year are you? What's your classification?
2019.
2019, so you're a sophomore. This is your first year playing in this game. And what does it mean to you to just be able to represent your team and your county and be able to be an all-star?
It's just an honor. I just thank my coach for just let me show my talent, and it's just a real good honor.
All right, well, good luck in the second half. Thank you. Hey, I'm Danny Jackson, standing here with AJ Brown. And AJ, your team got out to a good start. You scored the first touchdown for your team. What do you all need to do to kind of get back in this game right here?
Well, we need that first push coming out of halftime, and so that will give us a good, push to finish out the game, and then hopefully we come out with the win.
All right, and this is your first year playing in this game right here. How important is it for you to be able to represent your team and your county and just call yourself an all-star and be able to play with other great guys around you?
It feels great because there's a lot of talent out there, and then it's like an easy way to make yourself better.
Thank you. Good luck in the second half. Back to you guys.
All right, second half about ready to start, but before we do that, let's send it down to the field and Danielle Jackson. Danielle, what do you have?
At the microphone, a little bit of microphone issues down there.
Yeah, looks like it.
So was our defense. We gave them a few some field positions, so we got to take that back. And here in the second half, we just got to surprise them here. So we'll see what happens in the second half.
And what were your overall thoughts on the first half of this game?
Like I said, I think we started off good. Return-wise, we did a good job making sure we got good field position. We went ahead and scored that first play. And then we kind of slowed down a little bit. Like I said, we gave that momentum with a couple turnovers and stuff. So we just have to kind of pick that up here and no mistakes in the second half.
Thank you, Coach.
Thanks, Danielle. Talking to Simon Rodriguez, head coach of Richmond Academy, head coach of the national team here today. About ready for the second half. Nationals down 14-7. They scored on the first play from scrimmage. Jonquavius Brown with a 2-yard rush, but since then it's been all Bubba Murray. He's had 2 scores for the Americans, 1 in each quarter. Now here's the third quarter about ready to start, and the Americans are going to get the ball at the 10-yard line. And this is going to be Torrey Taylor, who does a nice little misdirection. He'll stop, stutter step, and he's still on his feet. Now he's got to go back the other way. Torrey Taylor's got some room if he can get out there. Taylor to the 40, to the 45, 50, stops hesitating. Now he's got one man to beat as the crowd gets through that to the 20, and down at the 10-yard line, Torrey Taylor takes it about 150 yards.
With a nice return, all
the Americans are in business.
And you know what? Anytime you have a play that reverses field like that, it's going to be one person who's going to be looking out of his ear hole. And I'm going to tell you right now, Daquan Dorsey laid a block on that play that had somebody looking out his earlobe. I mean, my goodness, those are the worst crackback blocks you can ever get.
Torrey Taylor has had a great defensive game, and he almost picks one on the return. Instead, the Americans are in business at 1st and 10 at the 10-yard line. Malik Evans. We'll get it to, I believe that's number 22, Trez Kelly. Actually, your quarterback is Lambert, so it's Lambert and Kelly.
Running hard and down close to the
Kelly
goal line.
will get it close to the goal line, but not get in at the 1.
Trez runs hard. He runs, and I've seen him. He has about 3 or 4 carries, and all of them end up the same way with him laying on top of whoever's tried to tackle him.
Trez Kelly from Lincoln High, so Lambert with Kelly in the backfield. It will be Kelly trying to get in, and he does. Just waltzes in. And the Americans waste little time in getting on the board. 10:58 remaining in the third. It's now 20-7.
Oh, yeah, one guy wasn't going to stop that kid from getting into the end zone, man. He's a small guy, but he brings a lot behind that small frame.
Adkins on to attempt the extra point.
Number 6.
As the Nationals were on top for one play. They held it on for majority of the first quarter. They had that great turnover back deep as the Americans were driving, but since then the Americans have been on top, and now it's 21-7 with 10:58 to go here in the third quarter.
The 2016 CSRA All-Star Bowl Week broadcasts are brought to you by ASAP Performance, Sports Academy South Inc., Next Level Athlete Training, Lineage of Champions, and Internet Auto Outlet Company.
Well, the Americans waste little time. It was going to be Kelly with the touchdown, but that whole drive set up by Torrey Taylor, bringing the opening kick down to the 10. And it's been all Americans. They've really only been able to stop themselves. There was that fumble they had deep in the national territory that Atchison recovered. Now the Nationals trying to get something going on this return, and instead it's going to be Clydell White the third.
Returned by White
there.
to the 22-yard line.
By Demetrius Taylor. Demetrius Taylor out of Thompson High.
Called his name a bunch of times. So 10:56 remaining in the third quarter. Ball at the 24 for the Nationals, who've got to get something going. They're down 21-7 here in this All-Star game. You figure they've only had maybe a couple of practices to get some sort of offense established. And we are in December, so finals are probably being carried out here in your schoolwork. Now, on first down, this is Jaquavius Brown. He had the only touchdown for the Nationals. Pass to the 30, and it's close to the first down at the 34.
Number 40,
it's going to
Ivy
be Pennington on the
linebacker
stop.
from Warren County. First
Oh, 22.
in to make contact.
Oh, right. A.J. Brown had the, yeah, okay. So first and 10 at the 34-yard line with 10:33 remaining. And there's that high snap, and it goes over his head, and Pennington still can't get it. He tried to smother it, but he didn't hang on to it. Now he gets it back.
Ball was recovered
And like
by
I said,
the
Pennington
national team.
is a couple of inches shorter than the
And
other
the
quarterbacks.
third and
So it's just a matter
long
of
for the
time
national
before
team.
those high snaps would come back, and it hurt right there.
And you know, it's funny. I was kind of talking to myself, and I said, well, he must have worked on the snaps during the halftime because the first one was perfect, dead in his gut, but then the next one was just a bit high.
And then Meddings with that vicious hit that he absorbed back in the second quarter. So I would be very surprised if he shows up the rest of this game. You don't want to take any chances here. So it's second down and a lot. Ball goes all the way back to the 15-yard line. Pennington, he just goes to his wide out and a nice little curl route. I think that's Trayvon Redfield, number 46 for Josie. Gets a couple back to the 20.
But there you go. Even though it was second and about half a mile, I still don't mind that little pass, you know, so you can get your quarterback calm. You just get them in a nice mind state, you know, throw it a little underneath stuff so he can just develop a little bit of confidence, just build up a little bit of confidence.
It's third down and 25 from the 20. So Pennington's got to get it out there. He's got A.J. Brown in the, well, he was in the backfield. He split him up into the slot. Let's see if he's going to go to Brown. That's where he's eyeing. And that's Brown on a curl, little high,
Ooh.
picked up right over his head. That's Torrey Taylor again. And they're going to throw some flags.
14, Taylor.
I like that kid, Taylor.
Well,
I really do.
Yeah, he's had some great plays. He had that run back, but they threw some flags. They might get him for pass interference on this one. You know, I don't even know if it's just passing. He just picked it off right over his head.
Oh,
offensive.
Postmaster after the interception. Tackle on 15 yards for the American team.
So Torrey.
First down in the red zone.
You know, Taylor's been all over, man. Taylor's made a few stops. He had a tackle for a loss earlier.
He had that blocked field goal.
Blocked field goal, the big return.
Clearly the defensive special teams player.
Exactly.
Here in this ball game.
Taylor's making a name for himself out there.
I think we saw the plaques being brought in, and I bet Torrey Taylor's going to get one of those based on that performance, but there's still about 20 minutes remaining in this one. Now, Evans, caught from behind. Good pursuit tackle by 54, Kyle Bryant.
Loss on the play, brings up second down.
Kyle Bryant out of Grovetown showing that quickness on that defensive end. Didn't lose contain.
Lost 10 yards, back to the 30. Second down and 20 with 8:10 to go on a turning clock. Americans in red, Nationals in blue. First of 3 games here on the network from the CSRA All-Star Week festivities. Bubba Murray, here's the reverse. And a lot of room to the 25. Well, upended at the 25 and a late flag. As they got it to
number 8.
They got it to number 8 on that play. Number 8, Jason Deli. We haven't seen too much of him in the second quarter. Let's check that late flag.
You know, I think they're going to call that on the American team. I saw him point back that way. I'm not quite sure what the call was. But, you know, when you run that double reverse, one of the things I love to watch, I stop watching the ball and I start watching the quarterback to see what the quarterback does. Does he get out there and try to throw a block? And true enough, Malik Evans did get out there and he did attempt to throw a block.
Well, the penalty is going to be against the Americans for a block in the back, I think. Ball gets pushed to the 35.
Penalty marks the ball at the 35-yard line, second and long.
I think they called that one on Marsher, Liddell Marsher out of Glen Hill. Because when he got up off the pile, he was patting himself on the chest. He was like, yeah, my bad.
Now Evans flushed in the pocket. He's going to keep it himself. Tried to cut, but the pursuit was getting to him. Brought down at the 30. Pursuit led by Jeremiah Mitchell from Lakeside, number 34.
Great job of just closing down and showing a little bit of speed. Showing a little bit of speed and catching Evans from behind.
So 3rd down and long. Got to get it to the 10. Again, this drive from the Americans precipitated by that interception by Torrey Taylor, who's been getting it done on every aspect of defense and special teams. Evans rolling, throwing in the dirt. looking for his pal, Bubba Murray, who's got 2 of the 3 touchdowns. But it was low in the grass, and that'll bring up 4th down.
And, Mama, there's that man again, Kyle Bryan, applying pressure out of that defensive end spot.
4th down, and on is Glidwell. He'll be punting from about his own 44, 45. Going to try to pin the Nationals here with 6:46 remaining in the 3rd. Well, they tried to fake a little earlier. There's the kick. He is going to kick it away. End over end. This is going to go straight to the end zone. Oh, wow.
Beautiful.
Got pinned at the... Got pinned. I thought that was going in, but it hits just right.
That
will bounce to the 5.
That, my friends, was a beautiful punt right there. I mean, you talk about a dead bounce. It just hits and stops.
It did. It just popped right up, bounced back a little bit, and it's going to be at the 5. And that's where the Nationals will set up. They're down 21-7 in this underclassmen game here on SUV.tv.
I wish my pitching wedge worked like that.
Yeah, it would be nice. And go to www.internetauto.outlet.com and sign up for our holiday giveaway. Submit your email address on our blog and enter for a chance to win a $300 Visa gift card. 1st and 10 at the 5 for the Nationals. New quarterback. No, I'm sorry, this is Meddings. He's back in after that hit, and he can't do anything in the backfield.
Quarterback keep on the left end.
Yeah, the national squad, the American squad was all over that one. They didn't fall for that fake at all. But God, the American squad has 2 big horses. They don't have horses. They have horses.
They have a big defensive line for the Americans, especially that number 72, as you mentioned him earlier, Dietrich Alliance from Glen Hills, and the person next to him, 62, Kanan Jordan, both from Glen Hills. I would hate to be able to game plan against Glen Hills when you got those 2.
I hate to be the guy with the pregame meal for Glen Hills. Jesus, those guys are big.
Low snap in the end zone. Meddings, he's got to get out of there. He'll get out of there barely, 5, 10, 15, and get out of bounds, and that is going to be a late hit. An easy call on the late hit. That'll be against number 11, Cameron Brinson.
But you know what I love about that one? I love Justin Meadows. He took the hit, he ate the hit, and then he ran over and he gave a little pound. You know, he stuck his fist out to Cameron Brinson and gave him a little pound and said, "I'm still here, baby. I'm still here."
Yeah, he got really torpedoed toward the end of the quarter. Good to see that he's back in the ball game. And he just got the wind and just got everything else knocked out of him off that vicious hit. But he's able to keep going, gets the 1st down, and didn't look like to me that the Americans realized that he was having problems in the backfield. I didn't see a rush, and they allowed him to get out, get containment, and he would have gotten the 1st down anyways. That ball now going to be at the 30. We got a timeout on the field with 5:41 to go. Americans leading 21-7, but the Nationals have got some field position to work with here on SUV. Again, we're going to have the junior game after this one. Saw the junior national team a little bit earlier. They're in the Evans locker room. They're getting ready, and then we'll have to see. A lot of good football here on the network. Again, this is next couple weeks will be All-Star game time. And then we'll hit our fallow period, although it's not really fallow. You can get a lot of basketball action here on the SUV.
A lot of basketball going on. We're going to be in Ohio for the Flying the Hoop tournament. We'll be in Spartanburg at supposedly Dorman High School. I call it the University of Dorman for the FBI Classic.
First and 10. Here's A.J. Brown. He's got room and space. Hits his own man, but that's still enough to get to the 40.
Here on the left end.
Yeah, A.J. had that first touchdown. He opened the game off. He's a nifty runner, man. You know, he's one of those guys with those quick feet. He was honorable mention all-region. Talked to him coming out of the half. He was honorable mention all-region last season at Grovetown.
First and 10 at the 41. So the Nationals got some room. Medding's in. And he's going to have Green with him.
See right there, you see how far that DB is playing off the receiver. Right now, it's just, this is when you throw your quick little hitch route.
And they're going to stop play. So you saw the linebackers move around like a game of three-card Monte in the backfield. And some confusion back there.
You see, this amazes me. If we take a look at the American team, Cameron Brinson's playing cornerback. Right now, Cameron Brinson's talking to the sideline over here.
Yeah, he's talking to Tyler Mullins is who he's talking to.
But Brinson is playing about 12 yards off the ball, off the receiver. You know, right now you take that quick hitch route. You know, just bam, quarterback takes a snap and rifles it in there as hard as he can, and let your receiver make a move because they're out there by themselves. Oh my goodness!
Another bad snap. Meddings over pursues it, but he's able to get it back.
Oh, another flag out there. Too much extracurricular. You know, I hate to say it, but bull crap going on outside. Man, this is an all-star game. Come on, man.
That was Andrew Edenfield who tagged him down as Meddings over pursued on that pass, on that bad snap. I think they're going to wave off the flag. Yep, they're going to wave. I believe they're going to wave off the flag.
But you know what? I do like what the refs doing. The refs, they're showing that they're in control of the game. They're throwing that flag out there. They want these kids to know, hey, you guys are just playing, but we're in control of this thing.
Well, ball rests at the 20. Second down and 31. 3:48 on the clock here in the third. 21-7. Nationals going the wrong way. There's a little nifty reverse. And trying to get space is Clydell White. He'll angle toward the ends to the sidelines. Get out at about the 32.
Clydell saw those red shirts coming. He said, it'll be in my best interest to step on out of bounds.
Well, no late hit on that step out of bounds. Americans learned their lesson after a little bit earlier in this drive. So we got 3:37 remaining.
I think you have Clydell's people down there in front of us. After that run, you had a couple people raise their hand. That's my baby.
So the ball rested about the 33-34. See, looks like the Americans are going down to a 4-3. There's that screen pass you were hoping for, but went right through the hands of Clydell White.
Was incomplete.
My goodness, John, he hit him in the worst place possible.
The hands.
He hit him in the hands.
Well, after Clydell White does a nifty move there, he drops the screen pass, and will bring up fourth down with 3:30 remaining. Nationals going to have to kick it away. They're down 21-7.
I think Clydell saw those red shirts coming at him, and that's one thing these youngsters, they have to learn. You can't make any moves until you catch the ball. That's the first step in playing the receiver. Wide receiver, you line up wide and you receive. If you can't do those two things, you might as well sell popcorn.
So kicking situation for Grebick. get it away. And it goes out of bounds. Didn't want any part of Ronald Coleman back there for the Americans.
Explosive young man. How do we pronounce it?
Hepzibah, I think.
Hepzibah.
Hepzibah High. So 3:24 remaining until the end of the quarter. Still 21-7. John Moore, Sylvester Williams here on SUVtv. They'll rule that the ball went out of bounds at the 40. And it looks like it's going to be the duo of Malik Evans and Bubba Murray. They've already gotten 2 touchdowns for Bubba Murray, the all-region player out of Thompson. But they do seem to have a nice dynamic, even though they do come from 2 different schools. Malik Evans, the quarterback at Warren County, and Murray from Thompson. They're going to move Ojiba Latham on the line, and it's going to go to Murray. Murray thinks he's going to go counter. Instead, he'll hit sideline past the 40 to the 42. Stopped by number 34, Jeremiah Mitchell.
You know, that was just a running back just showing patience. He had a block out in front of him. He's just nothing there, nothing there. Keep going, keep going, keep going. And finally somebody brings him down for a 3-yard gain.
Second down.
Gain of 2 on the play brings him 2nd and 8.
Second down and about 8 from the 42. Splitting up to the near side, that's Liddell Mosher. Now Mosher's going to race back and get to the opposite side. Jason Deli will take his place in the slot. Deli from Evans. And they fake in.
My goodness.
And a lot of room for Malik Evans. It's a foot race, and it's going to be won by Malik Evans. And the Americans are pouring it on right now. It's 27-7 with 2:28 remaining.
No, he showed a burst of speed up the middle. I tell you, if that fence wasn't there, the only thing that would have stopped him was I-20. I'm telling you, he had a burst straight up the middle.
58-yard run touchdown for Malik Evans with 2:28 to go. And that extends the American lead 27-7. And while the Nationals got that great kickoff return and they scored the next play with A.J. Brown, it's been All-American since then.
You know, it's funny. We have that Player of the Game award coming up at the end of the game. It's kind of hard. You know, you got Malik Evans. Who else? You have Tory Taylor. Bubba Murray. It's a tough choice. And then the guy who's not getting a bunch of credit, but Trez Kelly. He's a hard runner with a touchdown.
Exactly. 27-7, extra point, no good. Americans on top with 2:28 remaining in the third quarter here on the SUV. Well, 4 unanswered touchdowns by the Americans make this 27-7, so a big drive here for the Nationals, trying to get something going on offense, either Meddings or Pennington. And a little kick, and it's going to be muffed. A.J. Brown's going to come back for it at the 10. Brown will get to the 20. He's got some room, 30, 35, 40, trying to cut through, 45. Midfield still on his feet, still going. One man trying to do a spin move around him, and he'll step out at the 28.
That's number 22, A.J. Brown.
A.J. Brown left about 7 guys in his wake.
Representing Grovetown High School.
And he left Tory Taylor out of breath.
A.J. Brown giving the crowd giving the national team something to cheer about.
Tory Taylor on the national sideline. Don't know if he's just out of breath, got a cramp.
Yeah, he's grabbing that thigh. I think he has a cramp down there.
Clock stops at 2:14 remaining. He's done it all for the Nationals, for the American defense. Blocked a field goal, intercepted a pass, got a run back. He's done a lot of running, and that run back was about 150 yards.
Oh my goodness, yes, sir.
It was about 90, but he switched fields about 2 times. So we hope he's okay.
You know, they're working on all parts. So we got one coach working on the arm, another coach working on the leg.
Now they help him up. And he's okay again. That's just a cramp. Still don't want to see it. Figure this will be his last day of football organized until spring practices start up in March and April. And then the 7-on-7 drills in the summer. And then organized field activities in July. And let's go down to Danielle Jackson. I believe she's got Malik Evans.
Hey, I'm standing here with Demekus Taylor, scored the last touchdown to allow the American team to go up 27-7. What's the atmosphere like? What's your energy right now?
My energy right now, just feel good to be out here.
I mean, to be able to represent your county, represent your team, and just call yourself an All-American. How does it feel just to be out here and play with the rest of these guys?
It feels good playing with a lot of different people I ain't played before. Yeah, that's
All right, well, good luck the rest of the game. Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Danielle. Appreciate that. It is, number 16 we were told that was Malik Evans, but that might be Demekus Taylor, who's 30. So we'll see what happens. Number 14 got the run here. That's Andrew Green. And he'll get the first down to the 20. So the Nationals trying to capitalize on that great run by A.J. Brown.
We got to figure out these numbers.
High snap. Green is able to collect it. Now here's Jonquavius Brown. Past the 20 to the 18. Jonquavius is from Greenbrier, while A.J. Brown from Grovetown. Both all-region selections.
It's one thing, about these all-star games. You have at the beginning of the week, somebody's number 2. On Tuesday, he'll be number 3. Wednesday, he's 5. And Thursday, he's 99.
Yeah, it's very difficult to keep track, but we're doing our best. Second down and about 9 from the 19. Jonquavius Brown in the backfield, along with Andrew Green out of Josie. And there's that high snap again. We've had 3 or 4 of those, but Green's going to try to do something with it, and he'll go down at the 40. A little bit of an arm tackle by Jacques-Ogimba Latham. And that's about the 3rd or 4th. Not only high snap, but over the quarterback's head. Pennington was victimized twice. Meddings got victimized once, and that one come back and got Green. We're under a minute to go here in the quarter.
Being an old offensive lineman is one thing. Anytime you get your offensive lineman name get mentioned during a broadcast, it is not a good thing.
No, it is not. So it's going to be 3rd down at the 40.
And now the national team
got to
will
get
have
to the
3rd
10.
and Thompson here.
So a 30. $20 seconds remaining. There's the reverse. Flag down. Reverse to White, and he goes out of bounds at the 35.
I don't think they were all set to start that playoff. Might be, yep.
False start.
And that's probably going to get declined.
Penalty is declined. Yep. Brings up 4th and Appling.
4th down on the decline penalty. We got 13.7 seconds remaining in the 3rd.
Right now I would love, on 4th down, you're down by 20 points. I would just love to see A.J. Brown get the ball on offense in space, Set up a bubble screen for the young man, set up a little flare route for him out the backfield, even run that nice shuttle screen straight down the middle, I just want to see that kid get it in space, and I don't think he plays offense. I hadn't seen him too many times on the offensive side of the ball, 22.
Well, he got that good return, so they're going to go for it on 4th down, 2 on each side. Problem with the snap, and he just gets away with it, and it's intercepted. This is going to come back the other way. Very strong run back. This might be a touchdown for number 4, Ronald Coleman. Instead, he's dropped at about the 25, and that's going to do it for the 3rd quarter. That's about the 3rd interception, 2nd interception by the Americans. And that does it for the 3rd quarter. It's 27-7, favor of the Americans. We'll have the 4th quarter after this here on SUV.tv.
The 2016 CSRA All-Star Bowl Week broadcasts are brought to you by ASAP Performance, Sports Academy South Inc., Next Level Athlete Training, Lineage of Champions, and Internet Auto Outlet Company.
Starting the fourth quarter, John Morgo, Sylvester Williams.
And just a reminder, Evans High School
Coleman with the interception.
Once again,
and
Evans
the
High
Americans
is
are set up
and
in pretty good
tobacco-free
territory with a 27-7 lead.
You know, John, after the play.
Here's J.P. Lambert. He's going for it all. Airs it out, but it might be too far.
Ooh.
And it not intercepted, almost intercepted.
Number 5, Tyler Mullins.
Tyler Mullins on the defense.
You know, John, one of the benefits about being in the South, you know, being here in Georgia, we started off today, both of us had on jackets, you know, You had on a sweater and a long sleeve shirt, and I came out of the jacket. Now you came out of the sweater.
Yep.
Man, it's a beautiful day to play football here in Georgia.
It was in the 40s when we got here. Now it's about 57. So, second down and 10. Lambert's going to keep it himself. Fake the handoff to Trez Kelly. And we'll get it to the 27. So it's third down and about 7. 4 touchdowns for the Americans. 2 by Bubba Murray, 1 by Trez Kelly, and the other one by Malik Evans.
You know, it's fourth quarter, you know, minute 30 left.
We got
to start making some real tough decisions, man. It comes to this MVP.
That's true. We don't have an offense or defense MVP. We got to pick one for the whole team.
We're going to find out. We'll check down on the sideline.
Oh, nice pass from Lambert. And it's complete and gets out of an arm tackle is Kevon Franklin. That's going to be a first down. Play still going on. He'll get to the 10. And like I said, if we pick an offense and a defense MVP, that'll make our decisions a lot easier because I think Torrey Taylor's the easy choice for the defense MVP for the Americans.
Easy.
And since Bubba Murray's got the 2 touchdowns, probably would have to give it to him for the offense. First and goal, ball at the 10. We got 10:47 remaining in this underclassman contest. Lambert in an offset eye. Rolling, looking toward the corner of the end zone. Got a man, but he got a blue shirt instead. That's Tyler Mullins. Stepped up and just intercepted that pass right in the end zone. That's just a matter of telegraphing his receiver.
Pass intercepted by number
That right there, he was rolling out to his left, right-handed quarterback, and he stared down his receiver the whole time. And any good DB loves that. He loves when you do that because that's what they call food.
Second interception for the Nationals. And it stops a promising American drive. So the Nationals get it back. They're still down by 20 points with 10:30 on the clock. And ball now at the 10-yard line. And on first down, straight draw play.
Number 47,
number 47, Xavion Green.
Just give it straight up the middle and just let them pound away.
Green picks up 5 to the 15. And it'll be second down and 5.
You know, I'm a fan of the big back. You know, you have all these scat backs, especially now that teams run these spread offenses, you have all these scat backs. But I like that big back. You know, I'm an old school guy, man. Give me an I formation. You know, as a matter of fact, in high school, let's run the wing T.
Troy Tremble is back in as quarterback from Richmond Academy, and he'll hand off immediately to Green. Green, left side, he'll get the first down to the 20, the 22.
That'll be enough to move the chains. First down for the national squad.
Okay. So first down and 10 from the 22-yard line. .9:35 remaining. Clock's going. Nationals just trying to get something going, get something positive. They scored the first offensive play of the game and haven't heard a peep from them since. Had a couple of good defensive plays, a couple of good interceptions by Golot and Mullins. Americans also with 2 interceptions. Taylor and Coleman have picked off passes. So, and that's going to be an illegal
False start goes against the national team. Penalty first and 15.
And they'll back him up 5 to the 15. So first and 15 from the 15. Tremble, he'll hand off to Brown. This is AJ trying to get to that far side. Now he's still going, cuts upfield, and will get maybe to the 18-19.
Brown on the carry on the right end. And a short gain on the play.
That'll bring up second and extra long, man. It just seems like we've been in a long situation for the national team all game long.
Well, this one penalty caused. That false start pushed him back 5 yards. So second down and about 13. We're under 8:20 to go. Nationals will split 3 to the left side, 1 up top. There's Cordavian Waymond, number 9 is there. Now, Tremble goes for the far side and through the hands of Dedrick Holmes.
Holmes is intended receiver.
And Holmes had a step. He had a step on that receiver, and he should have brought that one down. Oh, he should have brought it down.
So Dedrick Holmes, the intended target, bring up third down. Tremble taking a shot deep. The quarterback, and he's listed as the quarterback and the long snapper for Richmond Academy. And it's going to be third down. And again, that philosophy of getting the late player off the field doesn't work there. That was Bashawn Morris.
The national squad.
We'll get called for the extra.
I'm going to be honest, right now, when it comes to that particular penalty, I think they should let that one slide in the All-Star game.
On talking to Simon Rodriguez about his philosophy of doing that. So it's third down, and now 17. They back him up 5 yards. Tremble fakes, and he'll do the reverse, but staying at home is number 18, and he's able to get the play broken up. He got out of Kevon Franklin's grasp.
Number 8, Jason Daly.
Jason Daly will get some, but only fourth down. Unable to do anything with the Mullins interception are the national team. They're going to give it right back to the Americans, 4th and long. And the Americans will have pretty good field position with 7:30 on the clock.
You know, looks like they're going to send Ronald Coleman back deep. You know, Ronald Coleman had that impressive interception return, but I would have loved to see Taylor back deep. But Coleman showed he had some flash in him.
Yep, and Coleman again. Well, Taylor had that out with the cramp.
Oh, yeah.
Had that cramp, so they're probably not going to risk it. It's in the end zone, and this is going to be a safety. Not even a safety. It's
touchdown.
Oh, touchdown because he lost the ball. Reddick lost the ball, and the Americans recovered in the end zone. That was a low snap, and the Americans get a special teams touchdown.
The big man found a snack down there for the touchdown. I like that. The big man just walked on up, wanted to celebrate with his teammates, and look, football was on the ground.
Could be Shahan Stewart, 38, was the one who might have been the one who came up with that. Was it? No, it was Kenan Jordan, 62. So fumble recovery in the end zone makes it 33-7. Atkins for the extra point.
Atkins with the
It's
extra point.
through. That makes it 34-7 with 7:04 to go. And we'll here on the CSRA Underclassman game right here on SUVtv. It's 34-7 after the fumble recovery of the muff punt for the Americans. Again, they've been in charge ever since the first offensive play from scrimmage when the Nationals got the touchdown, but haven't heard a peep from them since, and it's 34-7.
You know, when it rains, it pours, John.
That's true. Now the kick from Atkins. Going to go to A.J. Brown at the 16. Brown up the middle, 30, 35, and he'll be stopped at close to the 40, but not quite, maybe the 39. Although I think they might give him the 40 on forward progress with 6:54 remaining in regulation. Americans up 34-7.
Now it's about body language. You look at some of these players from the national team, they're out there kind of walking onto the field. Hey, fellas, the score might not reflect it, but this is still an all-star game. You guys are in the 9th, 10th grade. Somebody's out here watching. And, you know, it might not be Kirby Smart. He might not be here today, but I'm pretty sure somebody who knows Kirby Smart might be here. And this stuff carries along in the future. Like that, my coach used to always say, the eye in the sky does not lie.
Words to live by. 6:54. And the ball at the 40. There's a muffed. That time, instead of going over the quarterback, it went under him. Didn't even get over there. He's got to jump on it. So
The marker goes against
that's Pennington.
the national team.
The Nationals get called for motion.
For just a few minutes, we will be calling out the winning ticket
First
for
and
the
15.
50-50 raffle. So go ahead and get your tickets handy. We'll be calling out the winner after this play.
First and 15 from the 35. Pennington. Good snap. Throws to the near side. Caught and big hit. Clydell White got it.
That's my man one more time. That's my man on that hit. Number 14, Torrey Taylor.
Torrey Taylor coming back. Broke up the play. South Sports Academy South Incorporated utilizes sports fundamentals as the catalyst for life skills development, higher education, and community involvement. Train our youth to achieve the height of their capabilities to be leaders in sport as well as in life, to make a positive impact in our community and our world. Visit www.sportsacademysouth.com. Oops.
Torrey Taylor making his claim to be the Internet Auto Sales Defensive Player of the game. He wants to be the Internet Auto Sales Defensive Player of the game.
A lot of time they'll do a screen pass to Brown, but I think Brown dropped it. Did he catch it? No, he did not. He dropped it. That would have been a good pickup for Brown, Jonquavius Brown, if he had held on to it, but bobbled it, and it'll bring up a third down. Third down and about 15 from the 35. Nationals just have not been able to get anything going on their offense. 34-7.
And, you know, those are some of the things that you want. That pass right there, he tried to throw it in the flat. It was there. But you got to kind of lead your running back with that pass. You got to kind of throw it out toward the sideline for him. Let him run up underneath it.
Here comes the rush. And it forces Pennington to get rid of the ball a little sooner than he wanted to. He was trying to go for White, but White hadn't cut into his route yet.
Kevon Franklin came on that outside linebacker blitz. And that right there, that's one of the things about the youth. That's one of the things about the youth. You have a young quarterback, and he has to kind of be able to recognize that outside blitz. If he doesn't recognize that outside blitz, he might not have any teeth tomorrow. You know, he has to recognize. But these guys are 10th graders. They're 10th graders and 9th graders. That's something they will learn. But if he doesn't, he might want to invest in a dental plan.
Yes. Well, it's 4th down. We've got a running clock after the incomplete pass. It's under 5:20 now, and they'll go for it on 4th. 4th and 15 from the 35. I think Tremble is in now.
He's coming back. Look at 18.
All right.
Yep.
Tremble fires and through 2 players. Went through the hands of Jamon Fanning and Logan Ederle.
I was kind of confused on offense and defense, judging by that bad.
Team will take over.
That's going to bring the ball back to the Americans with 4:50 remaining, and they got the ball at the 35. They can pretty much just ride this one out. But actually, they do stop the clock with 4:44 to go.
We're going to see a big heaping helping of Demetrius Taylor and Bubba Murray.
And here is Bubba Murray to the 30 to the 26. Murray trailed by Ojeda Latham, number 27 on his red squad. 2nd down and about 3.
You know, right now it gets kind of interesting, you know, when it comes to these internet auto sales. We have the internet auto sales offensive player of the game. We have the internet auto sales defensive player of the game. And we also have the internet auto sales MVP. Gets kind of tricky.
Well, here's Murray, and Murray should go right into the end zone. And that's going to be his 3rd touchdown of the day. And now it's 40-7. About a 27-yard run for Bubba Murray.
Right now, I mean,
I think he's your internet auto sales offensive player of the game, and I think Taylor is going to be your defensive player of the game.
What about your MVP?
Well, Murray's got 3 touchdowns. Got to give it to him.
Murray's your MVP, but then now your offensive player of the game.
Oh, right. Okay, that's got to be 2 other people then. Okay, well.
Demetrius Taylor, the quarterback?
Yeah, probably Demetrius Taylor. I think they're going to go for 2, and it was broken up.
Conversion is no good.
So they went for 2, and it failed. So 4:02 remaining, 40-7. Americans on top here in the Underclassman All-Star Game from CSRA and SUVtv.
The 2016 CSRA All-Star Bowl Week broadcasts are brought to you by ASAP Performance, Sports Academy South Inc., Next Level Athlete Training, Lineage of Champions, and Internet Auto Outlet Company.
Well, final closing moments in this one. 40-7 is your score. Americans have been in control. And there's another kick from Atkins, who's the most popular kickoff return. He's been kickoff specialist, been very busy.
Ooh.
And Clydell White dropped the football as he got hit, and he hangs on to it at the 17-yard line. Just got pancaked right there in the backfield.
I think it's going to go the other way, John. He paid for that one. My goodness, he spun and came right out of that spin move and saw nothing but red in front of him.
And sure enough, I think he turned the ball over. It looks like the American offense is coming out. So White fumbles after that hit, and the Americans come up with it. Oh, wait a minute. We got 3:25 remaining, and that is indeed what happened. So the Americans can get more points on the board. And this is 22. That's Trez Kelly. He's looking for his second score. And he'll get to the 13-14. I think we're just going to see north-south running here in this late stage because we have 3:05 remaining until the end of this one. 40-7, Americans on top.
Yeah, right now it's just lower your shoulder. Let's make sure no one gets hurt and just keep pounding forward. But then the thing is, that's what you think as a coach. But as a player, these guys still want to score.
Trez Kelly gets another carry to the 11. Third down and about 4. Clock at 2:30 and change. And we'll have the Internet Auto Sales MVP, Offensive Player of the Game, and Defensive Player of the Game.
Oh, just a quick note after the game, please stick around
for that.
For the presentation of the trophies and also for the players of the game. Once again, fans, stick around after the game for presentation of trophies and the players of the game.
So here's the third down play with 2:08 remaining, 40-7. Bubba Murray with 3 touchdowns today, Trey Kelly with 1. Now dancing in the backfield is Lambert. Lambert will get the first down and get pushed out at about the 5.
Quarterback scamper on the left end.
Well, I thought he got the first down, but yes, he did. So it's going to be first and goal from the 5.
First and goal, a minute and 30, and hey, these guys are still pounding. Hey, I can get my name in the paper. That's what they're thinking, you know.
If they still want to put more points on.
You know, I've never been a guy who says I'll let up off the gas. My philosophy is, hey, they practice just like we practice.
So let's see if the Americans can pick up a late touchdown. Lambert looking, he's firing and bounce passing it. Looking for Brinson. But good defense by Derek Canteen from Grovetown. Kept him from getting to the ball. And yes, the clock is still rolling off that incomplete pass. So we're about 50 seconds remaining. But you're saying
my lawn.
Player of the game ceremony. We'll do that up down the field. So here's where keep it where it is right here. It's the CSRA All-Star Weekend right here on SUV.tv.
I'm standing here with the Internet Auto Sales Players of the Game, and to my right is Tori Taylor. Tori, you won Defensive Player of the Game. What does it mean to you to just come out here and be able to like bring your energy to this team and make an impact on the defense?
Man, I was just playing my heart out, I just want to make a name for myself so I can get myself out there.
And making a name for yourself is a good thing, and you're able to call yourself an all-star now, and this is your first year in this event, and being able to play amongst all the rest of these all-stars and be able to separate yourself from the competition. Like, how's it feel?
It feels great. It's just great. Feel great.
All right, thank you. And offensive player of the game, Demekus Taylor. I didn't want to mess that up. You back over here again after you scored that touchdown. I mean, just being able to bring that offensive energy to this team, and you guys beat them by 33 points. So it wasn't me. Everybody scored, but you were able to call yourself the offensive player of the game. So how's that feel?
It felt good.
Thank you, Demekus. And our Internet Auto Sales MVP player of the game, Mr. Bubba Murray. I got it right this time. Tell me about this game. Like, tell me your overall feelings of this game.
Just came out and played at my best ability.
How does it feel to like come and play with a team? You guys didn't practice together very long, but it looked like you brought it together in the end. Like, what does it mean for you to be able to play with these guys?
I mean, it feels good. I mean, it just feels really good. It made me brought a good relationship with other people, and it felt real good.
Are you ever able to see these guys outside of this? Do you all play each other in the regular seasons?
Yes, ma'am.
So you're pretty familiar with some of your teammates and some of the guys you played against. But, I mean, it feels good to give the other team an L, right, and say you're an All-American.
Wow.
All right, thank you. Thank you.